Hey guys, welcome back to OC Outdoorsman. Today I've returned to Mile Square Park, but I'm at the small lake this morning. It's almost 9 o'clock a.m., so I'm off to a really late start. But I figured, I fished the big lake a few weeks ago. Why not try the small lake? So take a look here. See, it's significantly smaller than the other one, than the main lake here at Mile Square Park. And I'm not even sure if they stock this lake, but I'm gonna give it a shot. But as you can see, it is those are rain clouds that you're seeing over there, and there is a 60% chance of rain today. But I am in my rain gear, so I am prepared. So I started the morning casting mice tails, as you can see here, towards the aerators, which just was no more than 25 yards away. And I was just jigging it back, but it really wasn't paying off, so I decided to change things up. Alright, so I changed in tactics. I'm now gonna wacky rig a power worm. So a wacky rig basically is just hooking it right in the middle. Like that, and then just jigging it or letting it sit on the bottom. It is on a Carolina rig, so you'll see I have about a foot and a half of leader between the sliding egg sinker and the hook. And I'm just going to dip it in garlic and then let it sit and gradually jig it in. After about 15 to 20 minutes of jigging, it just wasn't producing, so I decided to change things up again. Here, it's bait and wait. So I have a power bait cast out in front of me, and while I'm sitting here on the bench waiting for a bite, I get a little visitor. I'm telling you, these squirrels are so used to people being around, they just walk right up to you. And this guy was not shy at all. Comment below if you know when squirrel season begins. I really should have brought my air rifle with me this morning. Just kidding. This little guy was just adorable. So far, no one on this side of the lake has caught any fish. Really slow day. And this guy won't leave me alone. Alright, it's a little out, it's like 10:30 right now, and the sun went away and the wind's starting to blow. So it's starting to get really chilly right now. So I am going to wrap things up for the day.
Get you there?
Nothing. It's been slow.
Water's dirty.
Yeah.
So the county didn't stock?
I heard they stocked last week.
They stock in the big lake.
Oh, okay, that was a big lake.
Fish and Game would have stocked.
Slight change in plans now. After speaking to this angler, he confirmed that they did indeed stock the big lake with trout. So I'm going to pack things up here, jump on the bike, and head to the big lake, which is about a mile up from here. So here's a satellite map of Mile Square Park. I fished over at the small lake towards right here on the bottom right of your screen, which is on the corner of Warner and Euclid, right there. So I took the bike, I jumped on the bike and headed up towards the big lake on this bike path. As you can see, it's roughly a mile, maybe a little more with all the turns, to get to the larger lake. And I focused my efforts right here, which is on the corner of Euclid and Edinger. So the large lake is on Euclid and Edinger. Alright, I'm now at the other side of Miles Square Park. I'm at the big lake. Just got here. So I'm going to cast out a line. Do several casts out here, maybe spend an hour or so before I wrap things up. See if there are any fish in here. Another bass on a mice tail. How about that? Check it out, dude. I caught a bass. I met another angler this day. He was targeting largemouth bass today, and he's a local, lives in the city. And it was great swapping stories with him. It turns out he's a kayak fisherman too, so we may end up fishing together in the very near future.
Nice, dog. Nice.
Oh no, it's the bass.
Nice, dude. Another big. No, that's a trout.
Trout.
Yep, that's the size they normally come around here.
Yeah, the DFG trout.
Okay. On a mice tail.
Nice, dog.
Just dead sticking it.
That's how you fish, dude. Big lake.
Yep. So that's how I ended the day. 2 fish, both on mice tails, out of the big lake. So this was a good demonstration of how to use mice tails. As you know, I typically like to jig them to catch fish. But today, I was just letting the mice tails sit on the bottom. I call that dead sticking, where you're not putting any action on the bait. Now with the Carolina rig, if you cast it out and just let it sit on the bottom, the mice tail will float up to the length of your leader. And in this case, it was about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet at the most, right off the bottom, and the fish were taking them. So dead sticking or jigging will work when it comes to mice tails. So that's how I spent my Tuesday morning. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and if you would, smash that like button.